Tonight, partly cloudy, that low around 23. Then the warm up begins. Wednesday, sunny, high near 42. South wind gusting near 30 miles per hour. Wednesday night, clouds and 35 for a low. Thursday, cloudy, high of 54. Friday, cloudy, high of 40. On Saturday, expect to see overcast skies, 40% chance of rain after 7 a.m., high of 43. New Year's Day, cloudy with a high up near 43. And on Monday, 50% chance of rain, clouds, and a high near 46. Currently, it is 5 degrees above zero. In the studio with us this morning from the Monmouth Police Department, we have Investigator Josh Kramer. Welcome, Investigator Kramer.
Good morning, Vanessa.
How are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Did you have a lot of happy kiddos over Christmas?
I think we did.
Good. Spent the day putting toys together, right?
I did.
That's a great feeling, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good seeing them smile and play and enjoy the inside warm temperature.
It was brutal over the weekend and Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But
crazy.
Your forecast looked pretty promising this week, so
we deserve it.
Definitely.
You know what? Here was the slap of winter, and now let's have a nice smooth week with some good temperatures.
Definitely.
Hey, all I've seen all month long in December is warnings and warnings about scams. It seems like they've been really active. Tell us what you know.
Yeah, absolutely. More and more every year, you'll see the numbers of losses from the scams going up. You're seeing them all the way from the online to text messages to phone calls, and they're very elaborate. I think a lot of people forget that. It's not like these people are just calling up saying, hey, give me your social security number or give me your date of birth. They're doing homework. They're using open-end resources to find out, who they're talking to, possibly who their family is. A few years ago, we saw the scam going on where their son or daughter was being held and needed bond money. They're doing homework. They know who these people are in your family. So holiday time, getting the text messages saying that your package has been delayed or they need emergency response or your package isn't going to be sent. They're pretty demanding on when they send these because they want to get your attention. And they're going to send you to another link that's going to be outside of, if it's FedEx that they're pretending to be, you're not going to get directed to FedEx's website. It's going to be another one. And then they're going to start wanting information. And they'll send them out thinking that, hey, it's the holiday season, somebody's ordered packages, or they haven't ordered packages and these people are wondering, what are you talking about? I didn't order anything, and are curious to find out, and then they ultimately get you that way.
And you've seen a lot of these scams with the holidays, especially with the packages, like you say. But there's even been scams that have happened this past week with different sheriff's departments, people pretending to be a sheriff, a deputy, and demanding gift cards.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to see local police departments being impersonated. I've seen them where they said that they're the FBI. No government agency by any shape, means at all is ever going to demand you to go to Walgreens or Walmart and buy a gift card and send them the numbers. And I'm glad that you brought that up because we are coming into the first of the year, and they'll be doing the IRS scams and the tax scams saying that you owe so much money in taxes, or somebody's going to come to your door, or that the IRS or your social security number is being compromised because of your late payment. We'll see that for the first solid 6 months of the year. So I'm glad that you brought that up because we see that every year.
It will be happening very, very soon, especially the IRS scam. It is tax scams. They are nasty. I've gotten the call too. We all have. And at first it does take your breath away that you're told you might be arrested, because that's just not something anyone ever wants to hear. And then you realize, give me a break, and you hang up because they want you to call a number or press a button. And unfortunately, they're stinkers.
They are. They're going to want to start confirming your identity and confirming social security numbers, date of birth, stuff like that. So. And
the scary part is, people need to know they may have a few of your numbers. They may say, could you confirm the rest of your social security number ending in 1234?
Absolutely.
That's what's creepy.
Yep. And they're using that. It's a tactic, unfortunately. So, and they probably do have some of your information. Like I said, they're just digging to get the last piece. It's pretty easy to get addresses. Unfortunately, social security numbers, date of birth, they're just going to put that all together to make a package to make you think that they owe you, that they're legitimate. And no agency is going to call and tell you that you're going to be under arrest or that we're going to come out and arrest you. Once you start hearing that, it's safe to just go ahead and hang up.
Okay. So what do people do who fall for a scam? It's happened to every one of us. How do they contact you? What's your advice? Kind of walk us through steps to take.
So I definitely, the first thing that, before you even call us, I would start letting any of your creditors know, your bank institutions know what's going on, so they can already reach out and put a freeze on your social security number. What that's going to do is that's basically going to stop them from opening any accounts using your number. Once you've contacted all your creditors, your banks, I recommend then giving us a call and just kind of letting us know. Save, if it's a phone number that they called you off of, save the phone number. All that information can come in handy in a long-term investigation. If it's emails, save the email, print us off a copy, bring it in. The second thing I'd say is, on the Attorney General, State of Illinois Attorney General's website, there's a place that you can report scams as well. And then I would get on their page and report what's happened to you. And they're going to also ask you, if you've reported to local law enforcement, so it'll be documented that they had talked to us. So.
Okay. Have you been able to catch any bad guys? I know it's difficult because a lot of times they're not in this country.
On the local side, no. But I know the FBI here at the beginning of December did break up a big, I believe it was an overseas type deal that was run out of the East Coast. So all that information compiled can lead to a bigger investigation. Obviously, like I said, our reports here would get forwarded on to like the FBI, the Attorney General's office. They compare, I don't know what they do down there necessarily with it, but they obviously compare a lot of the information and can build a case. If they're getting a lot of different numbers coming from a certain IP address, that can be linked to individuals.
Okay. And what should we be looking out for on our telephones and our emails? Usually, is there a misspelling in the email, like one grammatical error?
They've gotten pretty good. Usually what to look for is if you scroll to the bottom of the email, and at the bottom of the email, for instance, like Amazon's headquarters is out of Washington State, Seattle usually. When you get to the bottom, you'll notice that the addresses are random numbers, random locations. The other thing to think about too is that if you do get that message, go into the actual app. So we were talking about Amazon. Go into your Amazon app. And if they're actually trying to contact you to cancel an order or to question an order, it's going to be in that secured platform that they offer to you. It's not going to be a link out of an email.
Okay.
So, same thing with your banking institutions. If you do some online banking or you receive emails about, such banks trying to contact you, they'll always tell you in that email to log into your whatever bank account that might be and check it. If you're not comfortable doing that, always call the institution themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The actual number of the institution, not any number that's provided in the email or text message.
Okay. And then how about our cell phone? How do we know what we're seeing? How do we know it's a phishing? Phishing seems to be the one that gets people accidentally. It's very effective, unfortunately.
Well, like we talked about opening things on your phone, whether it be email or text messaging, you get an odd text message. With technology today, you can screen your messages where you can get actually unknown senders not to even come through to your messages. They're gonna look, once again, they're gonna look legitimate. They're gonna probably have some sort of your social security number's been compromised, your package has been delayed, we have urgent information. They want you to click on that link, and that link's what's going to open up your phone to whatever virus, whatever phishing thing that they're looking for. So if you don't know who it is, don't open it.
Okay. One that's been circulating around again is the property scam. So you keep getting a message from a quote realtor, but it's not a realtor. It's a bot or it's a scammer, and they have a property, and they might call you, "Hey Robert, are you still interested in this? Your name's not Robert," so you text back, "This isn't Robert," and they get you going.
Correct.
And then there's another bad one out there. Be leery of it on Facebook. And it happened this weekend all across the state of Illinois, or at least different folks we were in contact with from Chicago to here. So you see a Facebook message that or post, I should say, that you think other people would want to see. It's important. It's about a scam. Darn thing turns out to be a scam.
Correct. Good bringing up the Facebook. A lot of people they'll make another account, like one of your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll send you a message saying,
Yes.
hey, that's where it all starts. Obviously, what I recommend, if you see somebody on Facebook that there's a little something out, they don't usually post stuff like that, or they're sharing stuff like that, contact them directly and not through Facebook. If you have their cell phone number, email, and let them know what's going on, because probably their account's been phished themselves
Mm-hmm.
and hacked, and they've just taken it over.
Yes. And the number of times that people start figuring it out, second, third message in, let's say you're doing the messenger thing with someone on Facebook, and then you start thinking, yeah, this person wouldn't ask me what TV show I was watching Friday night. That's not a conversation. So it does start to dawn on people that this isn't the person talking to me.
Correct.
That is so scary, though, Josh.
Correct. And it happens every day. Happens all the time. The best thing, like I said, no matter what platform it is, if you start getting messages from somebody that you physically know, and hey, why are they sending from a different account? Contact them another way and let them know, hey, I got these messages, and they probably have been scammed themselves, or not scammed, but their account's been phished.
Probably the most common one is, hey, I've got a photo of you from someone on your Facebook friends account, and it's not them sending it.
Yep.
But that link is the phishing.
The photos, the hey, I heard you're single, the romantic online accounts, those are kind of a popular one, where they just start conversation, and then next thing you know, hey, I'm in hard times, I need money, so and so sick,
Mm-hmm.
and it all snowballs from there.
I want to come over to,
Yep.
yep. And unfortunately, they do scan the obituaries. We have heard of folks who that has happened to as recent widows. So be careful of those scams. 'Cause
Absolutely.
people want to be trusting. They want to be good to other people. That's our inherent nature. You know what I say, Investigative Kramer? Horse and buggy. Let's just go back to it.
Go back, yeah, drop
No
all the technology. The
Horse
old
and
crank
buggy.
phones.
Yeah. It's gonna be there though. We gotta deal with it.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want people to know right now that are listening about protecting their identity, protecting themselves from scams?
If it seems really too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. That's the biggest thing. Don't make yourself a victim. Don't start corresponding with people you don't know. Any type of messages that you get that you don't have any idea why they would be sending you, ignore them and delete them. Don't even respond. Just delete it, because that's what they want. They want to start communicating with you, and that's ultimately how it all starts, sadly.
And we want to remind people, don't let people into your computer, even if they say they're from Microsoft or Google or HP or you name the company. It's not legitimate.
Correct. They're not going to reach out to you and say, hey, by the way, I need access to your computer because you have corrupt files that you might go to jail for. We haven't seen that one in a while, but it was pretty popular there for a while.
Yes, I remember that one. But a lot of people too, it's just simply they're contacted and they say, oh, you've got a problem with your computer, we need to fix it. Can we have access through, there's so many different apps to be able to have someone's logging into their IP. So yeah, we gotta be smart.
You gotta protect yourselves.
How do people get a hold of you? What's the best way to report scams to you, or if they have questions?
Call the police department, the 309-734-8383 number. You can always ask for me directly. If something's going on currently, you're always more than welcome to talk to a patrol officer that can take the call initially, and I usually will follow up the next day or later on that day.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Happy New Year, by the way.
You as well.
That is Investigator Josh Kramer with us from the Monmouth Police Department at 1330 WRAM and FM 94.1. It is 8:27. Good morning.
So good at that.